Saint Narada, after visiting Lord Narayan in Vaikuntha, went to Prayag to bathe at the confluence of the three rivers, Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati. On the way, Narad Muni saw that a deer was lying on the path through the forest and it was pierced by an arrow. It had broken legs and was twisting due to much pain. When he went further, he saw a rabbit that was also suffering. Narad Muni was greatly pained at heart to see living entities suffer so.
Who has inflicted so much pain on these living entities? Who is the heartless person who has let them suffer like this? My heart bleeds when I see these entities being subjected to so much torture.
When Narad Muni advanced further, he saw a hunter behind a tree. This hunter was holding arrows and he was ready to kill all animals. When Narad Muni left the forest path and went to the hunter, all the animals immediately saw him and fled. When all the animals fled, the hunter wanted to chastise Narada with abusive language. But due to Narada's presence, he could not utter anything abusive.
Oh Goswami, oh saintly person, why did you leave the general path of the forest and come to me? All the animals I was going to kill have now fled.
Oh hunter, I left the general path because I had to settle a doubt I had in my mind. I was wondering whether all these animals, these deers, these rabbits, do they belong to you?
Yes, what you are saying is true.
Why haven't you killed them fully? Why have you left them half dead by piercing them with your arrows?
O saintly person, my name is Mrgari, enemy of the animals. My father has taught me how to kill these animals. And by seeing these half-killed animals, I get so much pleasure.
By not killing them fully and by leaving them half dead, you are subjecting them to unnecessary pain, and you shall suffer in retaliation for that. O hunter, I understand that killing animals is your job, but then subjecting them to unnecessary pain would result in a lot of sinful activities. All the animals you have killed and have been given unnecessary pain, they are going to kill you one after the other in this next life, the life after, and so on.
In this way, through the association of the great sage Narada Muni, the hunter was a little convinced of his sinful activity. He therefore became somewhat afraid due to his offences.
I admit that I have committed these sinful activities, but this is the business that I have been taught. Now I'm wondering how I can overcome the reactions of this unlimited number of sinful activities.
Oh hunter, don't worry. If you listen to me, if you are willing to follow on the path that I am going to prescribe to you, I can definitely come up with a plan for you to get liberated.
I am ready to listen to anything you have to say.
First of all, break your bow.
Break this bow?
Yes.
But then how do I maintain myself?
Don't worry. I shall provide for all your needs every day.
Being thus assured by the great sage Narada Muni, the hunter broke his bow, immediately fell down at the saint's lotus feet and fully surrendered. After this, Narada Muni raised him with his hand and gave him instructions for spiritual advancement.
Leave your home, go to the banks of the river, construct a small cottage on the banks of the river. In front of your house, plant a small tulsi plant on a raised platform, and then daily you have to circumambulate the tulsi plant serve her with water and other things. And most importantly, you should chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Please repeat after me. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I will ensure that you get all your food daily and you can have as much food and whatever you need without any fear.
The three animals that were half killed were then brought to their consciousness by the sage Narada. Indeed, the animals got up and swiftly fled. When the hunter saw the half-killed animals flee, he was certainly struck with wonder. He then offered his respectful obeisances to the sage Narada and returned home. After all this, Narada Muni went to his destination. After the hunter returned home, he exactly followed the instructions of his spiritual master Narada. The news that the hunter had become a Vaishnava spread all over the village. Indeed, all the villagers brought alms and presented them to the Vaishnava who was formerly a hunter. In one day, enough food was brought for 10 or 20 people, but the hunter and his wife would accept only as much as they could eat. One day, while speaking to his friend Parvat Muni, Narad Muni requested him to go with him to see his disciple, the hunter. When the saintly sages came to the hunter's place, the hunter could see them coming from a distance. The hunter started to run towards them, but there were ants running hither and thither. Mrgari would sweep them with his cloth and then advance one step at a time.
Oh, Sage Narada, who is this person? Why is he advancing towards us and why is he clearing the path on his way?
Don't you see? There are ants in the path between him and us, and he does not want to hurt them. So he is carefully clearing the path so that he cannot step on ants and he is coming towards us. Oh, good hunter, your non-violence character is not at all astonishing to me. For those who are engaged in devotional service of the Lord are inclined not to harm anybody through envy.
The hunter then received both the great sages in the courtyard of his house. He spread out a straw mat for them to sit upon, and with great devotion he begged them to sit down. He then fetched water and washed the sages' feet with great devotion. Then both husband and wife drank that water and sprinkled it on their heads. When the hunter chanted the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra before his spiritual master, his body trembled and tears welled in his eyes. Filled with ecstatic love, he raised his hands and began to dance. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
You are a touchstone. You are the best among all sages. Just by a moment's association, you have transformed the lowest of men, a hunter, into a great Vaishnava.
My dear Vaishnava,
Hare
how are you? I hope you are getting enough income for your sustenance.
Oh, my dear spiritual master, whoever you send, they all bring something for me when they come to see me. But they bring so much that I don't need that much. Only send what is sufficient for the two of us, no more.
Oh hunter, you are so fortunate that your needs are very limited than what you are getting.
Yes, I am so fortunate that I received your association and you accepted me as your disciple out of your cosmic mercy. You have saved the animals who were in pain because of my life. You instructed me how I can redeem for my activities. Now I know that simply by following the instructions of the spiritual master strictly, everything can be successful over a period of time.
Narada Muni and Parvat Muni then took leave from the hunter and then disappeared from that place. This is the process of initiation. The disciple must surrender to the spiritual master, the representative of Krishna. The spiritual master, being in the disciplic succession stemming from Narada Muni, is in the same category with Narada Muni. A person can be relieved from his sinful activity if he surrenders to the lotus feet of a person who actually represents Narada Muni. Narada Muni gave instructions to the hunter after the hunter surrendered, as a spiritual master instructs his disciple on surrender. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to stress that even a hunter, the lowest of men, could become a topmost Vaishnava simply by associating with Narada Muni or a devotee in his bona fide disciplic succession. From Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, as narrated by Srila Prabhupada.
Srila Prabhupada.